I felt like in June 2020, the news got very bad and heavy. And I'm so used to, if there's something wrong, I go out and fix it. And I just couldn't do that. Everything just kept adding up, like on the news and in the media. It's all started with Kobe Bryant's death in January, and then the coronavirus, and then aliens, and then the Beirut explosion. Like, it just kept going more and more and more.
More countries in Europe are now acting to flatten the
curve
epidemic.
used when talking about reducing the number of coronavirus cases.
Americans on unemployment claims, nearly 3.3 million
More than
announced.
6 million, I hope that's right.
As a political science major, I felt like I didn't know anything because I was just ignoring the news altogether.
There was news like every hour, right? Like something happened on Twitter or something happened somewhere. So I think we got sort of addicted to that intense, constant sensationalism, right? There's always something going on.
But when you're thinking about large scale events, the media plays such an integral role in how people respond psychologically. It's a little bit of a chicken and the egg, but we do know that it's correlated, right? So people that consume more media tend to be more distressed. And we think from some other analyses that these people tend to also watch more media later.
I can't go out and talk to people because we're in the middle of a pandemic. I can't do anything because I can't go out because we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like, I just felt trapped, like I couldn't do anything, like I just couldn't.
I think almost everybody has some heightened level of anxiety. Fear of getting COVID, fear of someone else getting sick, fear of not finding a job. I think it's really interesting and sad and anxiety producing for me. I have two sons who are 18 and 22, and it is that 18 to 25-year-old young adult age that seems to be feeling the impact of COVID the most on their mental health.
It got to the point where going to the grocery store was the highlight of my weeks. It was literally my source of entertainment. Like, I felt like I was going crazy. Since when do we get excited to go to the grocery store? It feels like my life has become a computer screen with the way that I stare at Zoom all day and all night. Everything I need to do now is all over Zoom. And it's not something like the news where I can just ignore it. It's something that I have to do for class, and it just drives me crazy staring at that damn computer screen all night and all day. Because of this pandemic, I feel like I've gotten to a very low point in my life. My anxiety has gotten worse when it comes to going outside and seeing people. Even if they're people who I knew before the pandemic, it's just hard for me to be around people just with everything that happened. And it's a little bit of the social anxiety that was caused by staying at home for months, and a little bit of the fear of possibly catching the coronavirus. And I want to keep myself and my family safe, and it just gotten me into like this constant fear of everything. And I'm scared, like, even when this is all over, if it gets over, that like I have a feeling it's not going to go away, and my anxiety and my fears are still going to be there.
It's just been really hard because when you live your whole life with goals as a young child and you expect for things to go away, that just gets shattered. And that part's difficult still.
So much.
I like working.
The fear factor is so consuming. That's hard for her, for most people.
I just wish the news was different from the start. I wish there was more uplifting stories rather than just jab, 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 jab. I wish the news wasn't told as if they were talking to the strongest people ever.